Hello there, it's Karen again, doing a reading for this week. I'm not sure what the date is. Is it the 29th, the week beginning the 29th? I think so. Anyway, Wednesday is the 1st of February, so it's this week. I'm using a deck of cards called the Gypsy Oracle, Gypsy Fortune deck, and basically they're symbolic, so they tell a story when they're placed in a sequence. So this is for the beginning of the week. So the beginning of the week has a lot of energy centered around the home, so home life, staying at home, getting work done, perhaps cloistering yourself at home a little bit, having a bit of a retreat, not being external, not giving too much energy to others, but staying at home and nurturing yourself. Perhaps this pertains to people in Queensland, in Australia, who are having a lot of flooding and a lot of rain at the moment. So you have no other option but to stay at home because you can't really go out at the moment. It's too wet and it's too dangerous and there's flash flooding on the roads. So that perhaps is a good thing in a way, as long as no one gets hurt, because sometimes we are made to stop by the universe. The universe says we're way too busy and it grinds us to a halt by either giving us a cold or a little illness that allows us to have some nurturing time to stop the thinking and to stop the doing and to actually start being. And so sometimes we are made by the environment and by ourselves to slow down, to regroup and to heal. So the home is featured very early on this week, and I have to say that that is actually what is happening for me, and I guess for a lot of people due to the weather. The weather has kept us indoors. I'm getting a little bit of cabin fever, so I think a lot of people are getting a little bit antsy because they've had to stay at home a lot. But if you look at the positives in that, you get some downtime and you get to fix all those little jobs that need doing, and you get to focus on the inside instead of always being external, going out, being an extrovert. Perhaps being an introvert, it has medicine and lessons and knowledge in that journey as well. So the first beginning of the week is all focused on home life, family life, staying at home basically. Midweek, we have the energy of healing, we have the energy of spirituality coming. So sometimes when we stop and we actually have some time to think and to feel, a healing occurs within us. We start to connect to ourselves on a deeper level. So the energy of prayer would be very powerful at the moment to help not only ourselves but other people and other people in the community that are struggling and having a hard time. If you're having a difficult time in your home environment, thinking positive thoughts and handing over the situation or the challenges that you're being faced with to a higher power, either your higher self or an angel or to spirit, is also one way of dealing with challenges. Sometimes we can't handle everything, we don't have all the answers, and sometimes we need to surrender and say, I give this up, I don't know what to do. So there's a lot of healing energy happening midweek. It's also the beginning of February, so there's a lot of positive energy around us. And healing energy is a vibration. It's an energy that consoles us. It surrounds us like a hug. A hug has energy. A smile has energy. How healing is a smile to give to somebody? It can make their whole day, and it's only a little bit of energy that you're giving to them, but by sending that positive vibration, they feel the vibration and it becomes healing for them. Telling a joke, humor is one of the best healing energies you can have. It lightens the load and it just shifts some heavy energy that might be around people, especially midweek, Wednesday. Oh God, I've got 3 more days of this, and basically it allows you to lighten any heaviness. This is on a global scale. It's also on a smaller community scale, and it's just saying that if there has been any issues around home life and around family life in the beginning of the week, midweek there'll be some healing on those levels. So if you're having arguments or you're having domestic issues, there will be a lightening and a healing in that area by Wednesday. So sometimes tensions run rife, and sometimes energies need to be felt to be healed. So there's definitely a lot of healing going on Wednesday. The rest of the week sees a strengthening and empowerment process happening. The bear is a totem. It's an American Indian totem, and the bear is all about strength. It's all about stamina. It's also standing your ground, being firm, standing up for yourself, having strong boundaries. That relates to people, it relates to emotional boundaries, mental boundaries, when someone's overstepping your mind with their thoughts, trying to be controlling, trying to tell you what to think, trying to tell you what to do. It's about standing up for yourself and claiming your space as your own, and not allowing people to take your energy, to dump on your energy, to basically overstep your boundaries. So there's a pretty strong finish to the end of the week. It's basically going to be an empowering end of the week. So this could also relate, if we look to the beginning of the week, to do with domestic issues, healing, and then a strengthening. This could relate to any power plays in relationships that turn up domestically. It could relate to the clash between the male and the female in households where there's a power struggle, and where there's deep healing to do with strengthening and motherhood. The bear is also the totem animal of mothering. It's the mama bear. She nurtures her young but stands up for herself. So there's quite a pattern of feminine energy standing up for its rights, standing up for itself right here during the week. By the end of the week, there's an empowerment happening though. So if anyone has felt weak or anybody has felt mistreated in any way, there's definitely a healing of the patterns and the process that has led to that weakening within your mind and your heart. And there's going to be an empowerment. So you're going to stand up for yourself and you're going to get what you want. You're going to be treated the way that you want to be treated. I keep thinking of that Aretha Franklin song, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, respect. You know, you've got to have self-respect in order for others to treat you well. But you've also got to tell people how you want to be treated, and you've got to teach them. And you teach them by telling them and communicating to them your boundaries. And I feel that there's a real strengthening process within that in intimate relationships and in home life. So there's a real need for women to lay down their needs, or the law, so to speak, so that they can get their needs met and be respected. And that's what I'm feeling from these cards. So it's quite a domestic week this week. And our home life really affects our happiness and our health. Everything that centers around the home really overflows into our working life and into our socializing. So when we have a happy home, we have a happy life. And they used to say, happy wife, happy life. So when the woman of the house is happy, then life runs smoothly. But that's a bit of a cliche. And I think that what this is trying to say is that whether you're a man or a woman, as long as you have your clear boundaries and that your home is a healing space that supports you and nurtures you, then you have happiness and you have strength and you have self-esteem and confidence. And these cards relate to that, so that's quite interesting. I picked a few other cards today to also relate to this week. And so I have the Diamond Dreamer, and it's all about material wealth and true prosperity. And then there's the Ice Queen, so that's ideas preserved, non-action. And then Gaia's Garden, which is fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. So there seems to be an ongoing issue around finances and money, which is happening on a global scale, obviously with the GFC. But this is in in home lives, in ordinary people's budgets, and in interest rates and home loans and life, there seems to be having to tighten the belt. There seems to be a theme of having to really budget and also create more money. I think what's happening is people aren't spending money and it's having a follow-on effect with the economy on a larger scale. There seems to be some fear around spending money. And I think that we do actually have an abundant universe. We don't always utilize our resources in ways that are wise and also fair and evenly distributed, but nonetheless, the resources that we have, everything comes from the earth. Everything. Paper, minerals, oils, precious metals, everything is a product of our earth, and our earth is abundant. This is saying that there is enough for everybody. We just need to distribute it fairly and to have a system in place that allows for a regeneration or a sustainability of that system to work for the good of all. But the Ice Queen is saying nothing's happening. Everything's just on ice. It's in stagnation. So I guess if we come from a healed place of looking at finances and material money and resources in a way that is abundant and it's fair for all, then the flow will start happening again. Right now it's sort of stuck. It's stuck in the middle. It's on ice as if we've put all our resources in the freezer and gone, oh, it's a bit scary, we're not sure what's going to happen, so we don't really want to look at this. We're in a bit of denial. We want to hide. We don't want to look at our finances, but we know we've got to tighten the belt because of what everybody is saying. But the reality is we've got a lot of abundance here. This is about your dreams coming true. It's about abundance being there. It's about having the resources to fulfill your needs and your desires and your wants and not feeling bad about it, actually enjoying it and reveling in it. This is the Ice card, so that's all about fear. It's about not moving, being frozen in time, being stuck. So I think that's a lot of people's mindsets are stuck right now. They don't know what to do. They don't want to spend too much because, oh, we don't know what will happen. But that's not the law of the universe. The universe is law of attraction. If you believe that there's not enough, there won't be enough. So it's a catch-22 situation. So if you act like you're rich and you spend and you allow that money to flow out into the universe, to go where it wants to go, it will come back to you. That's one of the laws of attraction. So basically the universe is saying there's enough for everybody. We need to figure out a system, a way to distribute it so that it's fair for everybody and everybody has enough. But our mindset is stuck and frozen. So basically on a larger scale, we're having to reevaluate how we use our money. But the resources are there for us to use and they are sustainable. So I guess we need to stop fearing what hasn't happened and start being more abundant in our thoughts and in our feelings and in our beliefs about the universe. Things grow, things regenerate, things create, and I think that that's what this card is. Very positive. Those cards are very positive. And there's a strengthening in our confidence on a home front, and there's a bit of healing happening. So I hope that has helped somebody out there. My intention is just to bring insight. It's not set in stone, and it's basically just a little bit of inspiration to help you with any challenges that you may be dealing with, to help you to open your mind to other ways of thinking and other ways of seeing the world. So, love and light. Bye-bye.